Hello, welcome to the Daily Crossword Live. We are live on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram, and on Facebook. I see some people joining on TikTok, especially Ben Boggs, Pakira, some of our regulars here, and some new names as well, which I love to see. And welcome to App Puzz on Instagram and WK on Instagram. App Puzz seems like someone who likes puzzles. This is the show. Shania is already coming in with the first answer. For anyone who's new here, Shania is not new here. This is the show where we solve one of Arkadium's crossword puzzles together. So my name is Jack, and I'll guide us through the crossword, but it's really more fun the more collaborative this is. So if you see an answer and you think, if you see a clue and think you know the answer, then pop it into chat. I'll collect everybody's feedback and try to make this a group solving effort. Gracie Rose, welcome to you. And Crazy Dogger is saying silk. So One Across has been on the... Lucinda's writing eager beavers. I agree. Everyone came ready to play today, which I love. Before we do that, I just want to check the title of the puzzle, which is often a hint at the theme that we're in store for. Okay, so this puzzle is called C56 Across. It's by Carolyn Stewart. I don't remember solving Carolyn's puzzles on the channel before, so I'm excited to see what's in store. C56 Across. I almost want to look at 56 Across and see. Normally we start at 1 across, but maybe today we'll violate that rule. Okay, so 56 Across is retro title for the puzzle. So somehow the title is not given to us. We're going to have to discover the title once we get down to the bottom of the puzzle. Cool. Meanwhile, everyone seems to know the softest mineral. Soft mineral is talc. That looks great. I think on the Mohs scale of hardness, like diamond is the hardest, and I think talc is the softest, the reference point for the softest substance. So that definitely seems good to me. C Sessions got that, the real K Rabbit. Nice work. Yeah, Ben was saying could be gold. True, gold is fairly soft, but I do suspect that talc is softer. Shania says, hence diamond in the rough. Is that where diamond in the rough comes from? The diamonds are like rough to the touch. One down is symbol of Scotland. I think we have some Scots in chat often, so if you know what your national symbol is, I would love to know as well. Away from the bow, away from the bow. That's 3 down. Without Limits says tan, symbol of Scotland. Is tan? Oh, tam. Yeah. Tam is a hat, a Scottish hat. That seems right to me. That seems great. Well done. John Stepansky, welcome to you, says aft. Yeah, away from the bow. So it wasn't bow after all. It was away from the bow of a ship. That's like aft is the back part of a ship. So that seems right. Mr. Stardark on YouTube says that you're from Canada. Welcome. My co-host Amay is from Canada. I am not, but all Canadians welcome at the Daily Crossword Live. All right, what do we have at 3 down? Washroom, so to speak. A lot of new names in chat today, which I love to see. Melons and Berserk. Welcome to you. Yeah, this could kind of be two things. Washroom, there's sort of two ways to say washroom. Loo, which is like the preferred British name for a bathroom, and lav, which is short for lavatory. It's kind of a classic conundrum in crosswords when you get a 3-letter word for bathroom. That's even knowing that it starts with an L doesn't narrow it down. We're going to need crosses for this one. Jilly, thanks for the heart. The United Kingdom of Great Britain and North Ireland, that's the username on YouTube, writes Lou. Of course, you would think Lou because that's the preferred British term. But let's see what the crosses have to say. Way out there at 13 across, we have AF in place. And 4 down is floorboard sounds. Okay. What do we think? Yeah, Millie, Gracie Rose, people getting afar. I like afar for way out there. It's out there, it's afar. And that works nicely with people's suggestion for floorboards are creaky. Yeah, floorboards creaks. That's the sound. Danique got that. Aiden, Stephanie, nice work. So this A, if this A is correct, then that sorts out our debate between Lou and Lav. This has got to be Lav, right? Sorry to the United Kingdom on YouTube. Lav won out this time. All right, so our first long across entry in the puzzle, 16 across, landmark east of Naples. We have, like, it looks like it starts with MTV, but I'm doubting that MTV is part of the answer because in no way is that a landmark. What do we think? Ah, you guys are good. Memphis Hayes, and Jilly and Ko getting Mount Vesuvius. I'm going to cheat from chat and spell it the way you guys spell it. Mount Vesuvius. Yeah, that looks right. Mount Vesuvius, big volcano in Italy. I've been there. Mount Vesuvius was, of course, the volcano that erupted and destroyed Pompeii. It's an amazing place to visit. I've actually hiked Mount Vesuvius, and you could see like the mountain steaming at different places. It was pretty awesome. So I think this is the right answer. Great crossword entry. It's not MTV after all. Editor's mark at 17 down. Ah, Captain Jack is back. Welcome, Captain Jack. Also with Mount Vesuvius. And Wanda Rowcliffe on Instagram, welcome to you. So we have editor's mark crossing lofty story. Hi, Maria Sol. Shania says, why do I have a feeling that volcanoes seem to be a theme with this crossword clue? Interesting. So you think we might be getting all volcanoes today? I can't name that many volcanoes. It's just occurring to me, like Mount Etna, which is also in Italy. Mauna Loa, Mauna Kea. How many volcanoes can you name? Yeah, lofty story. That's nice. Attic. I was thinking like story like a tale. Lofty being like maybe an emotionally involved saga or something, but lofty story is like the story of your house, the attic. It's a nice clue. Ooh, Angie wrote alibi on YouTube, which also could have been right, like a story. You tell a story to cover up your tracks. It's an alibi. Okay. What do we think? Yeah, Lucinda says attic is clever. I agree. Sydney says Mount Helena is a volcano. Yeah. Okay, so maybe it is. Maybe we are going to get more volcanoes. Danique and Without Limits writing that stet is the editor's mark. Yeah, I've seen this before, mostly in crosswords. I think stet means like keep this as it is. Don't remove. Leave it alone. I don't know what it's short for. Grand Canyon feature at 14 down. Mount St. Helens last erupted in May 1980. Interesting. Shania came with the facts today. What do we think? Grand Canyon feature, and what is this? Back with bucks. Back with bucks. That's kind of a strange clue. I can't tell. Bucks are animals, but it might. They're also like dollars, right? So back could mean like, to fund with dollars. Is that possible? Oh, I see. Ads Fuego and Danica writing. Is this Butte? Grand Canyon feature. Nice. Ads Fuego split that across several lines. That seems right, I think. Does it work with back with bucks? Yeah, because Paul is writing wager for back with bucks, which definitely seems possible. Maybe we should check some downs here. Bring back as a fashion at 5 down. Bring back as a faction. Angie on YouTube says, I'm lost. Why are you lost? I don't want you to be lost. Wilma, nice idea. Cortez also writes revive. Yeah, if you bring back a fashion, you revive it. That seems right. That seems good to me. Anyone reviving old fashions these days? Sydney, thanks for following us. By the way, we do this every day, so if you enjoy solving crosswords with us, we're back here every day at noon Eastern time, and if you follow us wherever you're watching, it's a great way to be reminded of the shows so you don't miss one. All right, let's see. Liam writes Battlefront 2 got revived. I don't get that reference. I think Battlefront sounds like a video game. Is there something more there? Paul writes bet on, back with bucks. Yeah, Paul, you were the one who wanted wager, which I liked too, but now with our crosses bet on, if you back with bucks, you bet on something. So it was this idea of like back means fund and bucks means dollars. I think that's right. Nice job, Paul. Without limits gives you a 100 emoji. All right, Battlefront 2 is a video game, and it was recently revived. Is that I'm out of touch with video game news. USCG rank 7 down. Oops, I don't want to scroll like that. 7 down is insignificant amount, and 6 down is city east of Syracuse. What do we think? Got a bunch of things to work on. Andrea on YouTube writes ENS. Yeah, that's short for ensign, which is a rank. And yeah, and Squiggly Muff getting Utica is the city east of Syracuse. My aunt lives in Utica, so I visit many Thanksgivings. All right, only one letter left in this section. 5 across, tricky play, crossing insignificant amount. Did we have guesses for this? I can't remember. People seem to know Utica, which pleases me. Yeah, ruse. Danique, without limits, Julie got a ruse, a tricky play. That seems right. That seems right. Yeah, an insignificant amount. Here's a word that I know, but I don't really use in my daily life. But it checks out, which is the important thing. That was a pretty smooth first 2 sections of a crossword, I gotta say. I feel like we're getting good at these. All right, so 21 across is our next big across answer. Oh, Sydney says I only know Utica because of The Office. Is that And Wilma writes New Yorker here. Any New York question run through me. Don't worry. All right, good to know. Wilma, I'll come to you for all New York knowledge. I live in Jersey City, so I'm in the New York area, but wouldn't call myself a New York expert. What a house is worth. Brandon Kaplan says 100% me too. Okay, we got New York on lock. Who's covering the rest of the country? Gracie Rose writes market value. Yeah, what a house is worth is its market value. Angie on YouTube also knew that one. Market value. Okay, that seems good. Not a volcano, though. As far as I know, market value is not the name of a volcano, so I think we are not getting a volcano theme after all. C Sessions says, where can I do this crossword too? So this is from Arkadium.com. Arkadium, or if you check the link in the bio on TikTok, it'll bring you there. They put out like a dozen different crosswords every day. This one is called the Daily Hard Crossword. It's like hard difficulty, but they have mediums, they have easies, they have other types as well. But then they also have a million other games. So check out Arkadium. You won't be disappointed. Danique says I can cover most of the Europe clues. All right, we're getting the globe covered. We need Africa. We need Asia. Who's covering different parts of the globe? I feel like we're assembling a trivia team. You know, you need the sports guy. You need the person who knows pop culture. 21 down, cable debut of 1981. It's MTV. Wow. After all that, I was like, there's no way MTV is in this answer. And then it's just right below it, MTV. That's pretty funny. 27 across, board member of a sort. Okay, I think Danique says any motorsport I also got covered. And someone with an angry face emoji says, I've got Africa. I love this. We got all our bases covered, it's seeming. Random Guys says, could you please give me a shout out? Shout out to you, Random Guys. Board member of a sort. Yeah, that's got to be trustee. Might have been tough without all these letters in place, but with the letters, that's looking like a lock. Rick on YouTube, welcome to you. Rick, also new trustee. Okay, so 22 down, in blank, aligned. Wilma says Big Four sports I should have pretty much locked down as well. Maybe not so much hockey. Okay, who's going to cover hockey? Wilma's blind spot. Yeah, Unknown Stuntman writes in a row. That seems right. Like you have your ducks in a row, everything's aligned and neat. I like that. And we are making steady progress here. 30 across, remote control button. And that's crossing precept. Precept. Nice. Lucifer. Lucifer himself is in chat and helping us out with 30 across. Volume remote control button. Yeah, that seems right. And precept is a rule. Nice job. Captain Jack, Millie and Jilly both got rule. Yeah, okay, everything looks pretty clean over there. Why don't we continue our left to right before going down anymore? Let's check 24 down. Suffix for sap. Huh. A suffix for sap. I don't know. Not immediately clear to me. And what's this? A Jamaican citrus. Anyone know who called Jamaica when we were divvying up the globe earlier? Who got Jamaica? I'm calling on you. I see. Archie and Gracie. We got two Gracies in chat. Gracie and Gracie Rose, both saying ling. Yeah, sapling. That's right. I don't know why I was totally blind to that. Yeah, sapling. Nice work. All right, and it looks like Memphis Hayes is our Jamaica expert today. It is an ugly fruit. I know this mostly from crosswords. I don't think I've ever eaten an ugly fruit, but apparently I think it's actually named because they look ugly. They're like all misshapen, and they just decided to own that and call them an ugly. So, has anyone ever eaten one of these? I pretty much only know about them from crosswords. Let's see. Arkadium asks, would you rather solve solo or as a team? And Shania was quick to say she likes solving together. I'm glad to hear that. I like solving together too. I was always a solo crossword guy until these streams started, and I gotta say, these are so much more fun. Fires up. Yeah, Lay, Lucifer, C, all writing ignites. Ignites, yeah, fires up looks like ignites. That seems good. Angie got ignites on YouTube. The United Kingdom as well. I feel good about that one. 20 down, Pravda founder. Uh-oh. The trouble with solving crosswords as a group and being the guide and the sole one speaking out loud is that I have to admit my ignorance, and I don't know what Pravda is. Pravda founder. So please educate me, chat, on what's going on here. I don't know. Well, check 20 across as well. User244 says it's a Soviet newspaper. Okay. Lay says lots of us don't. Okay, that makes me feel better. It's not just me. Baker's Lad comes in with Lenin, which, if it's true that it's a Soviet newspaper, Lenin would make a lot of sense, and it fits with EN. So I'm happy with that. Yeah, where's the Europe people? That's right. People promised to cover us. But yeah, Shania, Jilly, Danique, Angie are all coming in saying that Lenin feels right to them as well. Pravda definitely sounds like a Russian word, so I'm happy enough with this. Let's make sure the L checks out at 20 across. Far from eager. Far from eager. So it's like the opposite of eager. I want it to be like lax or lazy or something, but... Oh, Captain Jack says Pravda means truth in Russian. Interesting. Far from eager. I'm not seeing this either. Yeah, really slowing down. Sometimes there's a weird hard patch in these puzzles. Jessica guesses lapse. Interesting. Yeah, it could be. I sort of see it. I don't feel 100% confident on it, though. So maybe we should check some... Danique writes loath. Like, I'm loath to do that. Like, I'm not eager. That actually feels like it works, doesn't it? Angry Face says maybe leave that. I'm just going to call you Angry Face. It's an emoji. I don't know how to say it. Pravda also means truth in Polish, but it's spelled with a W pronounced as a V. Nice. These streams are always so educational, for me at least. Crunchy Munchy. 9 down. Crunchy Munchy. I've been known to enjoy a Crunchy Munchy now and then. Although, I'm not. I want it to be like Cheeto or Frito. Taco. And Oreo. Okay, these are both actually good guesses. Oreos and tacos are both crunchy, and they're both things you munch on. So maybe we need some crosses for this. User 1827 writes Rolo, which is definitely something you munch on. They're not as crunchy as tacos and Oreos. Tammy Pruitt weighing in, thinking that it's Oreo on Facebook. All right, let's check 9 across. This'll settle the score for us. ChemLab procedure. ChemLab procedure. And chem is abbreviated. I wonder if that's a hint that the answer is going to be abbreviated as well. Shania Wilma writing test. Like a chem lab, you run a test. Amelia likes test. Okay, let's try test. And the thing I like about test, yes, LA is like, so taco. Taco it is. With a taco emoji. Yeah, let's put taco in. And make sure the A checks out as well. Lock opener. Lock opener. Exalted memer likes test then taco. Okay, I'm trusting you guys. Lock opener. Sydney White. A key. A key. Interesting. Oops, not a K. A key. Yeah, user 244 writes pick. It's always weird when a phrase randomly decides to put A in the front of it. Like, this could have been a test, you know? It feels sort of like a key wasn't... I don't know. Yeah, Amelia says it's definitely not a key. I'm feeling queasy about it as well. So let's check the C first. Rock climbers challenge. Any rock climbers in chat? I've been getting really into bouldering, indoor rock climbing. Love to bond with anyone in chat who's into bouldering. It's a blast. And something cool about bouldering is it's kind of like a puzzle. We all love puzzles here, and although it's like a physical activity, you really have to like figure out what's the right way to, distribute my body weight. What are the right sequence of moves to get up the wall? Lay and Amelia. People are writing different things. Core, cars. No, I like crag. Crag is definitely a rock climbing term. Rock climbers challenge might be a crag. That's got to be it. Lucifer goes bouldering and lead climbing. Nice. Okay, mesmerized, maybe. And what do we have here? It may be a bust. It may be a bust. What are we thinking? Amelia very quick with enwrapped. Mesmerized, enwrapped. Nice sight. That was a little hard for me to see. And then Hannah and Rachel and Sydney are all writing statue. Yeah, it may be a bust. Hard clue. Not too hard for you guys. A bust like a statue. Like some statues are just the bust, like this part. So that looks very nice. And so what is it after all? Lock opener. Anti. Oh my God. And apologies to Angie, who's been saying anti on YouTube for ages. There's a opener means prefix in this context. So anti-lock, like anti-lock brakes, I guess. Anti-lock was the answer. So it was not a key after all. That was a hard clue. Very hard. Because locks are things that you open, like it was a good misdirection. Yeah, Lay agrees. Good clue. Aerialist's attire. Yeah, tights. That seems right. And we never even saw the clue for this. Delay with off, put off. Okay. I love when there's an answer in a corner that you didn't even see the clue for, but all the crosses check out. It really makes it feel like a lock. Good work, everybody. Pretty smooth solve. Couple hiccups here and there, but that's to be expected. Yeah, Lucinda's saying, think outside that locked box. Yeah, that's right. Crosswords make you do that. It's often not your first reading of a clue. In the dark at 31 across. Baker's Lad says unlit. Wilma's saying I'm still stuck on Gina versus Gino from the other day. Yeah, who would have thought that would be the biggest debate in the history of my streams? Gina versus Gino and Topad versus Topod. In retrospect, I'm surprised we were seriously considering Topod. But chat got pretty heated about that one. Script suffix. A lot of prefixes and suffixes today. Right? Anti obviously was a prefix, and they didn't even tell us. I swear there was another prefix or suffix somewhere. What's this one? Oh, ling, yeah, sapling was another suffix. Okay, so here we have a script suffix. Scripture, I see. Yeah, that works. Should we check this long across? Lay says it's technically not a suffix, but it works. Interesting. Yeah, why, what's the difference here? Why is this not a suffix? Is it because scripture is not like etymologically related to script? What's the rule? 32 across. Yeah, I flashed on the screen for a second and everyone came in with it. David and Maria Sol and Hannah. A certain Appalachian is West Virginian. That looks good. That looks really good. No theme is jumping out at me today. And remember, the title of the puzzle is C56 across. And if you see 56 across, it says retro title for the puzzle. So unusually today, the title is not given as a title. It is put in the puzzle itself. Okay, Warthog and Lucinda. You guys got it. I see. TV. Warthog writing it like 5 times. TV. We get it, Warthog. It's TV. I see. So they're all hiding TV. Mount Vesuvius has TV in it. Market value. There it is. West Virginia. I was noticing a lot of V's, but Sean, welcome to you. Thanks for the heart. Sean's like, is it TV? Yeah, okay. So TV is hidden in all of these. I had noticed the V's. I was like Vesuvius and Virginian and value. I did not realize that TV is in all of them. Okay, so I wonder what the title is going to be then. Retro title for the puzzle. User 255 is like, Warthog is here to play. I know. And what was this, by the way? 29. We never saw this clue. That's it. I quit. Okay. Pretty good. Warthog's like, I think it's TV. Okay. Hotel amenity, Epsilon, and Algerino are writing spa. Yeah, that looks good. Hotel amenity is a spa. Colonial pamphleteer. Anyone know their U.S. history? Colonial pamphleteer. Okay, so Nikki 4-star, other people are guessing that it's just going to be television. The retro title for the puzzle is television. It does look like it fits on first pass. I'm not sure what's retro about that, though. Yeah, Blink 502, Julie writing Paine. Thomas Paine wrote Common Sense, a famous pamphlet from colonial times. We got two different spellings in chat, so let's check the cross. Is this supposed to be an I? Yeah, it looks like it is going to be an I. My bad. Bring back game fuel corrects to Paine with an I. Thank you. And that does work. Sundial numeral is probably a Roman numeral. Y in here is not a Roman numeral digit. So this looks like, yeah, it's probably VII, 8 in Roman numerals. And there is an 8 on a sundial. And sundials often use Roman numerals, so that's legit. Nice. Sticky Sweet at 34 down. Sticky Sweet. And what do we have at 36 down? Type of VB. I'm not sure what that's short for. Maybe verb? Sean, True Paragon, writing taffy. Shania getting excited about saltwater taffy. Yeah, between the taffy and the taco, I could use lunch after this. Tammy Pruitt on Facebook, new taffy. Nice work. Nice work, everybody. Type of verb. Is it verb? I'm not sure. Efon, thank you for that flower. Rick is writing tasty. Sticky sweet, tasty. Yeah, the thing is taffy is a sweet and it is notably sticky, so it just fits the clue so well. What is this? Okay, getting a couple different answers. Some people are writing INGs, like verbs can end in ING. Other people writing INTR for interrogative verb. Wow. So maybe we need some crosses to settle this. Erupted. Funny, after that whole conversation about volcanoes, erupted rears its head in the grid. What do we think? Yeah, XY Burr also writing INCL for like include. Not so obvious. Melody Maker is writing pro, but I don't know where pro goes. Where does pro go? David and Nikki and Shania writing had a fit for erupted. I like that. Like erupted in anger, you had a fit. And that T is working nicely with the interrogative. The United Kingdom. C-Session says, I can't find the Daily Hard Crossword on the website. If you go in the search bar, it might be easier to call. I think the full name is Stan Newman's Daily Hard Crossword. Hopefully that'll help. And I believe if I check, it doesn't say the date, but I think that this is today's Daily Hard Crossword. So if you want to check it out there. Okay. What shall we look at next? Gracie asking politely for 50 across, but I'm tempted to just clean up this little section here. Otherwise, 50 across is going to open up a whole new swath of crossword over there, and I want us to stay on track here. Brink of an event. Oh, intransitive, not interrogative. Intransitive verb. David asks, do you also solve cryptic crosswords? If people don't know, cryptic crosswords are the preferred like British style of crosswords. These are sometimes called American style crosswords, for lack of a better name. Cryptic crosswords are actually quite different. You still fill in a grid with words, but the cluing style is each clue is kind of a puzzle in itself that has its own rules. You really have to learn a new language to solve cryptic crosswords. They're very cool. I have solved a few. I enjoy them. I am not like a pro by any means at cryptic crosswords. I am a very kind of casual dabbler, but I am a fan of the form. Are you into cryptic crosswords? Is that why you ask? Okay, Eve, brink of an event. Eve. Oops. Yeah, like Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. It's the brink of an event. 42 down. Julie Neal, thanks for following us. David's into cryptics. I can't remember actually if Arkadium offers cryptic crosswords. It would be cool to try one on stream sometime, but I would really need your help. You would have to be there, David. Announce in advance. Jules writes heads up. That sort of makes sense. Seasoned Rice agrees. Something about the tense of that is kind of bothering me, so let's just check some of the others. Oh yeah, I flashed 50 across on screen for a second, and TikTok chat just descended upon it. We'll get there, I promise, we'll get there. Poke, thanks for sharing the live. If any of you have friends or family who love crosswords, share this with us. Share this with them. Means of access. Avenue. Wow. Not an easy clue. I think it's right, though. Nice work. Angie on YouTube is writing Herald. Announce in advance. Herald. Oof. Both toughies. For me, at least. I mean, everyone on TikTok is writing Avenue, so I guess it was only tough for me. Yeah, Herald was interesting. I agree. Strike out at 44 down. And what do we have in this cross? 52 across, Team Olympic event. Team Olympic event. This looks gettable to me with these letters in place. Yeah, relay. That's the Team Olympic event. Nice. Casey. Yeah, it looks good. And then what do we have? Oh, strikeout, delete. Yeah, okay. So it's not strikeout like in baseball, just, remove. Strike it from the list, delete it. Very, I don't know, very tricky clues down here in this section. We were making good work of it, though. Once again, 61 across is mandolin ancestor. Yeah, Pat and Hannah got anew. Once again, it means anew. You do it afresh. Bowled over. Okay, now I think we're going to get this section. Bowled over, crossing mandolin ancestor, and crossing proof of ownership. This is all looking pretty gettable at this point. KC likes loot for mandolin ancestor. Both of these are instruments. And bowled over, crossing proof of ownership, looks like deed, crossing awed. Yeah, if you bowl someone over, you awe them, and proof of ownership is a deed. Tammy Pruitt on Facebook, thanks for rounding out that section for us. Nice work, everybody. Okay, I know everyone already put in the answer for 50 across. I made the mistake of accidentally going over there for a second. Orchestral VIP got, looking at, yeah, first violin. Shania was writing it a bunch. First violin. Shania was pulling a warthog, writing first violin a bunch of times. First chair. Blink 502 writes first chair, which is another possibility, although chair doesn't fit. Oops. Chair. Yeah, chair doesn't fit. Violin fits orchestral VIP, but I suppose it could be first any instrument, right? Lucinda says my aunt plays an electric violin. That's cool. So here, let's see this A blank blank L and see if it confirms C17 pointing out, of course, yeah, violin. You need violin because it's TV. Yeah, Lucinda as well. My bad. I totally missed the theme. The theme, by the way, if anyone doesn't, we're thinking the theme is that all of these hide TV in them. So Mount Vesuvius, Market Value, West Virginian, and first violin. That's why you need violin and not first chair, not any old instrument. It's got to be violin to get that V. Thank you for the reminder. Genesis for arrival. Able. Okay. Arrival, I guess, like a baby arrived. Abel, I suppose, was born in Genesis. Warthog says, what's the title? The title is just C56 across. So I think the title is actually in this slot of the crossword, retro title for the puzzle. We're going to have to uncover the title when we get down there. Okay. Formal denial. Yeah, Est and Cat and Jack and Jilly writing, not I. That is formal. Does anyone say that? AL East team. Did anyone dibs sports when we were divvying up our trivia knowledge? Who dibs to the sports clues? We haven't had a New York clue since that first one, since Utica. Oh, nor I. Est says nor. Est said Nora. You're right. It could be Nori, actually. Maybe we should leave that blank now that you mention it. Jonathan B is our sports person right now. AL East team, Boston. Yeah, that seems right. Bank account datum. An account is abbreviated, so we should expect the answer to be as well. Dysentery Gary says 56 across is television. Yeah, you're probably right. Television does fit. And it would, I guess, accurately describe what's going on in this puzzle. Hannah and Gracie and Blink all getting social security number is the bank account datum. That looks right to me. Okay, frozen desserts. Yeah, Angie guessing not I. We were debating between not I or nor I, which both seem kind of plausible. Yeah, Esk says, will you tell if it's not or nor? I don't know. I don't know if it's not or nor. We got to check the cross. Poke and Sean and Jilly and Danique writing sorbets. Nice. I wasn't seeing that. Frozen desserts, sorbets. Fits beautifully. And it was not I after all. Okay. Debate settled. And all these crosses look promising. Highlight. Highlight at 45 down. Such a vague clue. I feel like highlight could mean anything. Wilma, Gina versus Gino all over again. Wilma's having flashbacks to the controversy from last week. Plain as day. Without limits, and Casey and Danique writing stress for highlights. Ooh, nice one. So, like, I can't stress this enough is kind of like highlighting whatever you're about to say. I like that. Plain as day, overt. Oh yeah, Lucinda wrote streak, like a hair highlight. That's true too, honestly. Like a streak, a highlight in your hair. Poke was thinking streak too. Okay, so maybe we don't know. We'll keep the R in place because it's common to stress and streak. But otherwise, we'll wait to see what unfolds down there. Yeah, overt, by the way, for plain as day looks right. And what do we have? A barrel of laughs. Barrel of laughs. What do we think? Oh, Sydney White points out that the E is also common to streak and stress. Thank you for pointing that out. I'll put that E. I'll restore it just for you. Barrel of laughs. Lucinda pointing out that overt does not work with television. You're right. The E works with television, but the R doesn't. If we think that television is the title for the puzzle, which honestly I'm not convinced by. Retro title for the puzzle, because what's retro about television? But I do like what people are saying. Hannah's writing as seen on TV. That would be kind of a cute revealer. But yeah, it doesn't work with that either. We still have a mystery left to solve in this grid. I do like Riot for Barrel of Laughs, like a laugh riot. Oh, we got more crunchy. It turns out we get both. We were debating this up here whether the crunchy munchie, the 4-letter crunchy munchie ending in an O, could have been taco, could have been Oreo. Turns out we get both today. This has got to be Oreos. Crunchy sundae topping Oreos. Crossword's favorite cookie. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if these crosses are right, then I think we really don't know. AB said, I thought ribs for Barrel of Laughs. Interesting. Yeah, I kind of get that. I guess Barrel of Laughs feels more like a noun to me, and ribs is more like a verb. Tracking system. And we still, I guess, don't know stress versus streak. We should probably check 62 across. Exert no effort. Rick on YouTube and Angie both liking sonar for tracking system. That looks good. Sonar. Flyboy says Laugh Riot was a 50s term. I feel like I still use Laugh Riot occasionally. Arkadium says you're all crushing it today. It's really true. You guys are doing very good work on this crossword. And Arkadium reminding us to follow us wherever you're watching. If you follow, then you won't miss a show. We do this every day. Okay, what have I missed? Blink and F-on coast. Exert no effort is coast. Nice. Not the most common use of the word coast, but like if you coast along at your job, you're basically not trying very hard. I like it. Skadoosh says, are you also a voice actor? I am not a voice actor. I make crosswords as part of my career. I don't make Arkadium's crosswords, but I do make crosswords and other puzzles, and I solve crosswords with you guys, and I also write about math. I write articles about fun math topics. Yeah, so if coast is correct, then stress was the right one, not streak. Streak seemed plausible for highlight, like streak in your hair, but to highlight something is to stress it. I can't stress this enough. Gain eager, yeah. Ooh, wow. Okay, people sniping the theme. Finally, I think. Okay, it wasn't television. It wasn't. Skadoosh says, "Oh, I can't math my brain." Yeah, I understand. Blink 502 says oxymoron, fun math. No, I reject that. Go check out my articles. They're fun. Search Jack Murtaugh Scientific American. You'll find my articles, and I try to make it fun and accessible for everyone. Yeah, Jessica wrote inner tubes. Wow. Inner tubes, I see. Okay, so tube is like a retro term for a television. I was wondering, how could it just be television? What's retro about that? But tube is a retro term. And inner tubes, yeah, Avanish got this on YouTube. Shania wrote Jack Murtaugh Scientific American. Thank you for that. And Skadusha is low key. I like people who are really into math. Well, thank you for that too. All right, but let's not lose focus on this theme. Inner tubes. So an inner tube is like what? It's like in a tire, right? Like in a bicycle tire, you'd have an inflated tube. That's what an inner tube is. But here it's being reimagined as tubes, the slang for TV, inside, inner. These are all inner TVs, inner tubes. Very nice. West Virginia, first violin. I like this. I really like this. Yeah, Jessica says old TVs needed tubes to function. I think that's why they called them tubes. Very fun. You know, sometimes you uncover the theme early on. Like I think Warthog knew the theme at MTV up here, and then it's just okay. Where's the TV? Where's the TV? But I like when there's an extra little twist at the end that tells you, that kind of justifies all of this TV finding that we've done. We're finding inner tubes after all. Very fun. Glink, thanks for that flower. Wilma says, I can't wait for this confetti. We've earned it. Okay. 57 down, blank iron bars a cage. Yeah, Casey writes they were cathode ray tubes in early TVs. That sounds right. Again, we have a nor versus not debate happening in chat. Over here, we had not I, so this is probably nor, because they don't tend to repeat answers in the grid. But I also happen to know this line of poetry. This is what is it? Stone walls do not a prison make, nor iron bars a cage. I think it's saying that, like, even if you're physically imprisoned, your mind is free, I think was the idea. I can't remember who wrote that poem, but I remember studying it in school. 65 across is stumbles. Wilma writing 57 down, toe pods. Is that the new inside joke of Daily Crossword Live? And water cooler, ice. That's clever. Not a water cooler like at the office, but literally something that cools your water. I like it. Ice. And to stumble is air. Cool. We're almost there. We're almost there. Ship officers. Let's check this B as well. Crotchety cry. What do we think for these? Yeah, bosuns. I don't really know my ship officers. I feel like I've seen this word before, but I would have needed some crosses. Where are you guys? Yeah, and I like bah for crotchety cry, like Scrooge, bah humbug, bah. Yeah, Dysentery Gary likes bah humbug, Lucinda as well. Although Angie wrote boo, which is true, a crotchety cry. Boo actually is a crotchety cry as well, so maybe I spoke too soon. Should we try some crosses to settle this? The thing I like about ba also is that SH is such a common letter combination. I mean, it's not like SO is uncommon, but SH just somehow cries to be put in the grid. Boarded up. Yeah, shut. It was SH after all. So if boarded up is shut, crotchety cry, bah, and we're almost there on this puzzle. Green egg layer. We have 60 down is unchangeable. And we have mention. Larry Collins was the first to write emu. Chloe got emu. Green egg layer is an emu. Nice. I think the eggs are green, right? It's not that the emus are green. And yeah, everyone writing the last letter. It always makes me sad when these streams come to an end. But to mention something is to name it. And unchangeable is like set in stone. Kai, welcome on YouTube. Where were you? But Kai, nice work getting emu. I'm gonna, Sean already coming in with the drum roll. Are we gonna get the confetti? We earned it today. We really worked hard on this. Here we go, putting an E in. Nice, yes. Good work, everybody. Good work. We found inner tubes today. TV hidden in Mount Vesuvius, market value, West Virginian, and first violin. I really like it. I really like it. You know, TV is not a very common letter combination, so hiding TV in all these phrases was kind of a feat. User 255 says, Jack, you rule. Thank you. Thank you. You guys rule. You guys really rule. You make these so much more fun. I love solving these crosswords with you guys. And if you enjoyed it, then come back tomorrow. Yeah, Patty and Blink are doing the right thing, following us, because we're here every day, same time, so noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. We solve a fresh crossword every day. And in the meantime, check out Arkadium.com for more crosswords, lots of other games as well. And everyone enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Good work today, and see you very soon. Bye.